Oh, hi there, and welcome back to Minecraft. I'm here on the NH13 server, and what I plan to do today is work on a new kelp farm in the base. As you can see, it's actually behind me because I'm talking to you from the future. But before we get started with that, I just want to do a couple of quick shout-outs. First of all, to Gareth from the server, who the other day, I was just minding my own business, and he ran up to me, threw me this chest plate and ran away. So thank you very much, Gareth. You've given me a protection 4, unbreaking 3 and mending diamond chest plate, so I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Secondly, in my previous video I did ask people to drop down their comment, or drop a comment in the comment section telling me what their favourite block was and why. And I have picked a winner. I picked this based on what I thought was the most interesting, the funniest comment. So that's going to be on the screen right now. And thank you, Tasha. I have since contacted you to ask if you're happy for me to use it, and you said yes, just not the last name, so I have retracted that for there. But if you're ready, let's build a kelp farm. Okay, so it's time to build a kelp farm. I've already taken the liberty of getting a few things ready. I've got a chest over here, which is one of the things we're going to need. So we're going to need a double chest, we're going to need at least one bit of kelp, we're going to need some dirt for the kelp to sit on, a hopper to go into the chest, piston, an observer, some redstone, and some just generic building blocks. So we just grab all that, and what I want to do is actually build it down in this area here. So I've already sort of laid out the space that I believe I'm going to need. It's not going to be a very big farm. It's going to be quite small, compact, but it's going to serve a purpose. I just need to get the kelp more than anything. I don't need huge amounts. I just need enough to get me by. I can actually make this bigger. Obviously, it is expandable, but I'm just going to focus on a small one at the moment. So if we come down here, that is obviously where the chest is. We're going to need the hopper to go into it. I'm kind of doing this in reverse a little bit, and the hopper goes in there, into the chest, shift click, goes there, you all know that bit. We're going to need to get some sort of blocks around here because this dirt block here is where the kelp's going to sit. And it's all going to go up. We're going to need a channel of water. So in order to do that, you need a block to contain the water. So let's just fill that in. And I've already taken the liberty of making a water source here so that I don't have to keep running around outside. I can pop that kelp in there, and that's helpful. That will all be good. Now, we're going to need a piston. So we face that inwards. So basically once it activates, it will break every block of kelp from this point onwards, but obviously that lower block will stay there and that will keep it to grow. Let's channel up a little bit more. I'm not going to go through all the sides at the moment, but we're eventually going to go, let's go 2 up there, 1 up there. Great. Oh, he's fallen down. Look at that. Let's go up there then and see if we can do this. Of course not. Okay, so this is what we have building blocks for. So we can get away because it's quite treacherous around here. So, get up here. We're going to want the observer facing from this. We're going to place it from this side so that the red dot is on the outside. So it basically it reads it from this side. And what that's going to do is, as the kelp gets to that stage there, that point, that is where it's going to activate it, and it's going to say, right, okay, we need to grow. So let's pop a little bit more of that in there, 1 more there, and slowly pillar our way up so that that kelp has got somewhere to go. I can't reach it anymore. Right, okay, so let's just do that. Yes, so we're going to do 1, 2 more, I think. Doesn't help that I built it on the side of a cliff. It doesn't give me a great deal of space to be moving around. But, you know, I like a bit of a challenge. So let's pop that there and let's go back down and get some more. Probably should have had a water source at the top as well, but oh well. This is actually a really simple way of doing this. There's lots of ways to do it on the internet. Some of them are more simple than others, well, in my opinion anyway. But this kind of does all you need to do. Let's pop... Oh. Shift on top of that. Let's put a block on top of the chest, and basically what we want to do is we want to leave a space where the hopper is. We want to leave a space here, and if we come forward there and there, and there. And we'll also pop one there. Basically, I want my last water source. Well, actually, I need one. Yes, I want my last water source to be here. Because that's then going to push everything up into that hopper. But we're not finished there because we need to do the redstone, so we're going to need to carve out a lot of this space here in order to do that. And all we really need to do is just get a line of redstone from there to there. So that's where I'm going to use my ice, I believe. So let's pop one there and fall to our death. Climb back up. You'll obviously be doing this on flat land somewhere, I'd imagine, so you'll be sensible. But I'm not. Pop one there, and let's just do that. Pop one down there. Carry it down. Let's see, we can get rid of that torch, that's not needed. We can pop one of them there and do that, and then one can go there and there. So that, as soon as the kelp grows up there, that will activate the, or it'll be, the observer will notice it, it will be activated, the redstone will send a signal all the way down to this piston, it will then fire that, obviously break the kelp from this point onwards, all the ones above will break, and then all the stuff will float up. Once they float up, I'm going to find a way up now. Wait for it. Once they float up, this is very messy, I'm going to neaten this up, they will eventually end up in here, which we need to just cover up the top so they don't fly out anywhere. They can go there, and I will probably go and get some slabs to go here as well so they can't fly out that side. Basically what's going to happen is they're going to fall and they're going to land in this hopper, which will eventually open this chest, or fall into the chest, and then we can collect kelp from a nice handy position on the level that we come in. I don't know if I'm going to neaten that up, probably, maybe, we'll see how it works. But let's catch up with you in a second once that activates and you can see how it works. Okay, so there you have it. Yeah, that obviously works. As you probably may have noticed, possibly, don't know, maybe. I've changed this around ever so slightly. Basically what I've done, as I look back here, I didn't really like the way it looked in this room. So I've rotated the chest around because quite frankly it doesn't matter which way around it goes, but it looks nicer so it's not hanging off the edge. I've also moved the hopper. So it's now under glass as opposed to directly next to the water stream. That stops some of the wastage that comes in, because before some of the kelp was getting stuck in between the hopper and the glass. You can see here I've obviously got some kelp already going. This is completely scalable up to and down to whatever you want it to be, to be honest. I mean, I don't have a huge need for kelp. I'm going to use it for fuel and maybe a little bit of food, I don't know. But my needs are quite small, so I don't need a huge farm. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in between the observer and the piston, which means every time that piston fires, we get 6 bits of kelp going through the system. Now, we could, if you wanted to, you could bring the observer down so it's directly on top of the hopper. Sorry, at top of the piston, and that would mean that every time it fires, you get 2 bits, but obviously it would fire three times more likely than it would do when it's got 6. Obviously that's fine. I mean, you get the same end result over the same amount of time if you sat and watched it for an hour, for example. But I wanted to, I mean, I've got the space, if I might as well maximise that. And it just means that it's not firing as often, it's not so annoying in the background. You can, if you wanted to, go all the way up to, I think the kelp grows to 25 blocks high. So you could make this much taller if you wanted to. And obviously then, once you've got your height and you've maxed out on 25 height, you could just go across. And you can go as far across as you want to, and you can get essentially a limited amount of kelp from this. It is super easy to make. It's nothing challenging at all. It's just what your needs are. And so my needs are small, so that's what I'm going to do here. I have hidden the redstone a little bit around here. Probably need to tweak that a little bit more, but oh, danger! And I just landed on a pumpkin. I have to fix that. Okay, never mind. My spatial awareness is not as it could be. Yeah, so I'm hiding a lot of that down there because I didn't like the way it looked around the outside, but yeah, still got a little bit there. I need to figure that out. But yeah, I think that will do for my personal needs. So if you did enjoy this, please give it a big like and a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and obviously tell your friends about it too, because if you like it, there's a good chance your friends will too. So obviously share the love. But as always, I've been Geek Gamer. You've been awesome, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.